Next up be the Southeastern Mustangs, Coach Michael Burkett. He's got 2 players.
Let me also say to Robbie and to Greg and everybody else here, thank you very much. I'm also, like Coach Cassie, going to let my coaches, my players go first. The first one's going to speak is a senior. He's our kicker. He plays defensive back and some inside receiver, Harmon Barton.
It's a really big honor to be here. I know that's been echoed a few times. I want to thank my coach for bringing me and my buddy Taylor here. I want to thank the media for being here and the radio station. This summer we've been working hard, and I know our opponents have been working hard. We have a tough schedule in front of us, and I think our team's ready to face it. Thank you.
Our next senior is Taylor Lewis. Taylor had some injury issues and wasn't able to play my first year, but he was able to get out there last year. Taylor's going to play some outside linebacker for us and tight end.
Thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be here. We've worked hard all summer. We've talked all summer about having to turn the corner. It's not the same old 2-8, 1-9 that we used to be. It's time to make it to the playoffs. It's time to have 500 record and better, and that's what we've worked for. And we know we got our work cut out for us, but we're ready to face it and take it head on. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much, guys. We have 4 seniors this year. We got a kid that's never played football before that's going to play with us. We also have one other senior who's been there since I've been there, so we got 4 seniors. We've only got 3 freshmen. The bulk of our team's going to be juniors and sophomores. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, if you were going to sum up last season in one word, it would be disaster, okay? That's what we had last year. It was hard to go through. It was hard on our coaches. It was hard on our kids. It was hard on everybody. And we had a really good team from our standards. In 2014, we had 7 seniors. I only had 14 kids on my roster in a few games. But as Coach Register and I have talked about, some of those 14 were showing up studs, okay? So we were able to compete with only 14 kids on the roster. And so when those kids graduated last year, we just kind of looked around. It's like, hey, where's Johnny Ball, okay? Where's this guy? You know, who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And we never really found our identity. Got a little better towards the end of the year. And the reason last year was a disaster is nobody's fault but my own. I didn't guide these kids the way I should. I didn't teach leadership the way I should. So when we got finished, I explained to our kids that success is a bank. You can't pull out more than you put in. We got to put in a lot more. We got to do a lot more, okay? We got to start talking about winning around here. We got to start believing we're going to win, because if we don't, we're going to get 2-8, 1-9 every single year. So they've bought in 100%, absolutely, okay? I'm very proud of these kids. We doubled our workload in the spring. We doubled our workload over the summer. I was very pleased with how we performed up at Jack State. We were fortunate to be able to play in the Gridiron Challenge. I really appreciated them letting us do that. And we struggled with a much bigger school than us, with Coosa Central, when we played Spring Garden. When we played Spring Garden, somebody our own size, we were able to compete with them, score some points. Because you got to understand something. Last year, we averaged 3.9 points a game. That's hard to even imagine. Okay, we're getting 6, 7 first downs a game. Something had to give. So again, that falls on my shoulders, all right, when you start talking about numbers like that. So we swapped coordinators, we swapped some coaches around, and we changed our flipping attitude, because I'm not doing that again, and they decided they're not going to do that again. I could not be more proud of not only these kids, but the kids aren't going to be here, because it's time to start winning some ball games in Rimlap. Okay? Anybody got any questions? Sounds good.
Coach, can you tell us who your assistant coaches are?
Fantastic. The coordinator that swapped was Keith Moore. Keith Moore's been in this business for a long time. There's not a better assistant coach in this county than Keith Moore. Keith had our defense last year. Our offensive coordinator last year sucked. I'm standing here. So we swapped. I'm very pleased. I mean, I'm telling you, man, we're like Vanderbilt without the academic reputation. So I told our kids, I said, hey, man, you're going to get in the classroom, you're going to work your butt off. And you're going to get in the weight room, you're going to work your butt off. Okay? Because I'm tired of this attitude around here. It's an attitude of mediocrity. I mean, it's hard to fathom. We went 2-8 and everybody's excited. So that's got to change. We got to start changing some things. So the first change is with me. Keith Moore's going to go to offense. I'm going to go to defense, and that helped us in the spring. It was obvious. He's such a good game planner, such a good play caller. The kids love him. I'm excited about that. Our other 2 coaches, very young. Coach Ratliff is a Blount County guy, played for Neil Underwood at J.B. Pennington. This will be his third year to coach. I didn't hire him, but we came in together. We're interviewing coaches. We lost a coach this summer, so we had some interviews yesterday, and I told the guy that was interviewing yesterday, any coach that's on my staff right now has a lifetime guarantee. I love my coaching staff because they're loyal. They do what I ask them to do, and what they don't have in X and O knowledge, they love our kids. So Wes Ratliff coaches wide receivers for us, and our other coach is Corey Evans, young kid. He's 24, just got married. He coached at Sparkman for 1 year, and then we got him last year. Very knowledgeable in special teams. I think most head coaches can tell you that's probably where we struggle the most. So I've got a kid that kicked at Jacksonville State and has coached special teams. He's going to coordinate that for us this year. It's Corey Evans, and the coach we lost was our junior high. And so I may have to coach both teams, okay? It's just what got to be done. It's what I tell my kids. I don't care how many players our opponent has. Our first game, we had 15 in a uniform. Ohatchee had 51. Whatever. You got to do what you got to do. So I may have to coach varsity and junior high. We don't know that yet. And you just got to do what you got to do. We're going to strap up our boots and go with it. Thank you for asking that. I like bragging on my assistant coaches.
Anybody else?
Thank y'all very much.
All right, thank you, Coach.